Greetings, Lucky Legends. Welcome to the dojo. My name is Lucky, this is Lucky Lad TV. I'm your host for this video, and it is time for the really big update video, not the quarterly review. The quarterly review is still going to happen, along with the quarterly highlight reel. This is the big I'm done moving update. Because I'm done moving, generally speaking. I've been here in New Orleans for about 2 weeks, and as I'm sure you have noticed, there have been very few uploads while I have been here so far. And that is going to change in due time. It's not going to change just yet. And the reason is, I'm completely overhauling the channel. And the reason for that is I have very much strayed from what I originally planned on doing with this channel. If you look at the first video, the absolute first video that I posted on Lucky Lad TV, it is a video in which I explain and break down the martial arts used in pro bending from Avatar: The Legend of Korra. And then there was some Pokemon stuff, and then there was some Naruto stuff, and it was very eclectic. And that is what I want. I really want this channel to better reflect me, and to better reflect why I originally started this channel, which was to spread my ideas, my experiences, my talents, my failures, just my life in general with all of you. And I have not been doing that. And I've really been bothered by how far I strayed from the original plan, because for the last 2 months there has been nothing but Pokemon content on this channel, and I love Pokemon, and there will always be Pokemon content on this channel. However, it really bothered me when I realized that that was all I had on the channel. Because that doesn't reflect me. And I really want the channel to better reflect me. So there's going to be a lot of changes to the channel. Pokemon content will still be there. However, there's a lot of other content that's going to show up as well. And the reason I really came to this epiphany was I watched 3 movies. I watched 3 movies one day when I was feeling really sick. For those of you who are unaware, I have Crohn's disease. It's a chronic gastrointestinal disease, and details about that are in other videos. Go check them out in the video section on my channel. But one day I was feeling really bad, so I started watching some movies on Netflix, and I saw Please Subscribe, which is a movie about YouTubers. I saw Video Games the Movie, which is a movie about the history of video games and stuff like that. And I saw Indie Games the Movie, which is a story that really chronicles the path that indie game developers take. And I'm not going to be developing games. I know very little about computers. But the passion that they had for their games really reminded me that while I am passionate about Pokemon, one of the things that I seriously regret was bulk recording so many videos for over the last 4 weeks or so, and the quality of videos and the energy in the videos just completely dropping off where they should be. I at least in my opinion, failed as a content creator to produce high quality content. And that is something that I'm not going to do again. One of the ways I'm going to prevent that is that first and foremost, it will be one video a day, not 2 videos a day. Occasionally there will be an extra video if something comes up, or like if I'm streaming. If I'm streaming that day, there will not be a video. There will simply be an announcement video saying, hey, I'm streaming. The reason being, it takes about as much time for me to do a live stream as it does for me to record, edit, render, and upload a video. So I will be doing either or. I don't have a schedule yet because I have not started working yet. Once I get a job, I will be able to develop a schedule, and I will give that schedule to you guys and you will have it. Important notes about the schedule. Granted, it doesn't exist yet, but there's not going to be a specific type of video up any given day. You may have a Pokemon video Monday, and then the following Monday it's something else. Meaning it's not going to be the same every week. It's going to be different every week. Especially since I may be streaming. Let's say the Pokemon video went up Monday. The next Monday I'm streaming rather than uploading a video, so I'll be streaming instead. So there's that. That's part of the schedule, is that it's going to be changing constantly. It's constantly going to be changing, and even more accurately, it's going to be constantly evolving to meet my needs and the needs of you guys as viewers, because I really want to incorporate more live streams into this, not only for the sake of donations and exposure and stuff like that, but also because it's much more interactive, because there's a live chat throughout the entire stream, so I can constantly be interacting with you guys, which I really enjoy. Series that will be leaving the channel. There are no series that guaranteed are leaving the channel. There's nothing that I have been uploading since I started this channel that I never enjoyed and will never do again. Some of them it may happen that I don't do them again, but there's no series that immediately I'm saying I'm done with that, I'm not doing it anymore. With one exception. Pokemon TCG is no longer going to be a part of the channel, primarily for financial reasons. Because what you guys have to understand is that I make no money off of YouTube, and currently I make no money off of live streaming on Twitch, and I also don't have a job. Those 3 things add up to me not having money to buy Pokemon cards, which is why there was no Ancient Origins booster box, no Ancient Origins Elite Trainer box, no Ancient Origins anything. I did everything for Roaring Skies, and I stopped there. I'm done. There's no more. Things that you definitely will see return to the channel is, of course, anything Pokemon related. I will always have that on the channel. Other things that you will definitely see returning to the channel, or rather things that have not been on the channel before that now will be. I have a very odd skill set as an individual. The intro that you saw at the beginning of this video, I made that myself. It took me a very long time. I am very proud of it. I do not plan on making another one anytime soon. The next time I get one, I will hire somebody to make it, and it will be better, because it is their job to do that. But this one is very satisfactory for me. It took me about 9 hours start to finish, between watching tutorials, brainstorming, doing the actual editing, but, you know, that's not the point. Stuff like that, with all the animations and whatnot, I'm going to be adding more quirky stuff to the videos. Something that'll put a smile on your face in the middle of a video, whether or not it's, you know, relevant. Another thing that will... But anyway, back to my odd skill set. In the past, I have had 2 jobs. I'm working on trying to get a 3rd job. In the past, I have worked as an office assistant and tutor at an SAT prep place. So math, English, science, that sort of stuff, I'm very comfortable with those. And I also, as you know, worked as a chef in a restaurant. So cooking, I'm very comfortable with that. I'm going to be bringing cooking to the channel. It's not going to be Hannah Hart's My Drunk Kitchen, because I'm too young to drink, and it also makes me very sick. But I'm going to be bringing cooking to the channel. More specifically, I'm going to be bringing... And all the cooking that's going to be on the channel is stuff that I personally enjoy, something that I eat, something that I make, and it's going to be called Cooking with Crones. And it's basic. You don't have to have Crones for these lessons to be valuable, because there's going to be a lot of stuff before I actually do Cooking with Crones. There's going to be Cooking with Lucky, or Lucky's Kitchen, something like that, before I do Cooking with Crones. But the reason I'm going to be doing that is because I want to show you guys what your diet would be like if you had my disease. And the other thing that I want to show you is the way that I eat is essentially the way that an athlete would eat. Multiple small meals a day, primarily carbs and proteins and stuff like that. So it's also going to be like a health food type of thing. I guess that's the best way of explaining it. You'll understand as it happens. It'll make a lot more sense then. Theories, thoughts and ideas, stuff like that, like rants and all that sort of stuff, those are definitely going to be... I think I may have a couple of... those are returning, technically. I had one a while back. That clearly is wrong, because if you saw the Coro leaks, they pretty much said, yeah, it's going to be Pokemon Z, deal with it. And while I personally don't agree with that, that is the case. That's what's happening. With the new Zygarde forms and the cosplay Greninja, or maybe it was a Mega Greninja, who knows. But there's a lot that's going to be changing about the channel, but it's all going to be in the pursuit of better content, higher quality content, more interactive content, more entertaining content, more educational content, and just overall more good stuff. I already said good content. The content that you will be receiving from this point forward will be higher quality. It'll just be better. It will be an improvement on what's happened before. And it's something that is, in my opinion, an improvement. And that's the whole point behind it, is that if I only go off of what you guys say, then I sort of lose myself in the shuffle, and I really need to remember that before you guys see the video or anything like that, I see the video. I recorded it, I edited it, I rendered it, and I uploaded it. I did all of the stuff before you guys even see it. So I need to be satisfied with the content, which means it's going to be different. For example, live team builders, I'm probably not going to have those because there's so much dead space, empty noise, so much time of me. There's so much time spent of me doing this. And that's not good. That's not something that I enjoy watching, so I can't expect you guys to watch it either. The other reason is that I do team building on my streams. This is definitely something that I'm going to be discussing it with Mega Mogwai, otherwise known as Miguel, and hitting him up for, I'm probably going to have a brainstorming session with him when I can get a hold of him. But I'm going to be doing, he calls it team analysis, I call it Lucky Analytics. But Lucky Analytics team building is basically where I'm going to break down the team after I have built it, after I have toyed with it, after I have found out what works, what was missing, what it needed, what I added, and all that sort of stuff, because that's a better learning experience for you guys. The reason why is most of the teams that I did in the live team building, let me rephrase that, all teams that I did in the live team building are different than what they appeared at the end of that video. Because at the end of that video, I went and tested the team, and I realized, oh, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. I need to change this. I need to get rid of this. I need to add this, blah, 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 blah. The post-commentated version, I know some of you think that it's less entertaining. However, you're getting a lot more out of it. And the whole point of those videos is to educate you guys as to how to really build a team and to tweak it and to know what works and what you need, which is why I'm making the executive decision to go back to, or rather to switch over to exclusive post-commentary, because for one thing, it's a lot more fun building in a stream because you get that interaction. The other reason is that you don't have the dead space and all that sort of bullshit. So that's another thing that's changing. The other skill that I have, going back to that, I know I'm all over the place. That's just how I am as a person. The other skill that I have is, of course, martial arts. I've done martial arts for 16 years. 16 and a half years at this point. And I used to teach self-defense back when I lived in Florida. I'll probably start doing that again now that I'm settled in here in New Orleans. But I'm going to be bringing that to the channel. I'm not sure how. I'm really not. Because, well, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing the philosophy of self-defense, because believe it or not, the first rule of self-defense is never use self-defense. Because if it reaches that point, the situation has escalated so much that there's no way of containing it anymore. But again, I will get into that in, of course, a separate video. The other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to try and bring more comedy, I'm going to try and bring more comedy to the channel. And there's going to be a lot of changes. I really can't say everything in this update video because I'm going to forget something. I'm sure I already forgot some stuff. And yeah, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. However, there's not really anything else that I can think of that I want to say now. Just know that things are going to be having major changes, but it's all going to be for the benefit of the channel to produce better content that I can truly be proud of. So, I hope you guys look forward to that. I know I do. But, with that, I'm going to get out of here. I love you guys. Best luck out there. I will see you all soon. Goodbye.